Oh, man. Bad dog. I like your style, bud. I like your style. You know what? You want to talk about my jerseys being crisp, clean, how they look new, how they look all this and that, whatever. You know what? That's fine. Talk about my jerseys, how they look crisp, how they look clean, how they look new. But you know what? The reason why they look so new is because I like to take care of my things. I don't have the luxury of going out and buying a fucking jersey at $100 a pop. No, growing up, I didn't ask for jerseys all the time. Growing up, I didn't have my own job, you know, at age 15, 17, 18. I was not allowed to. Because as long as I was playing baseball and going to school, my father did not allow me to have a job. He paid for everything. So it wasn't until I started establishing myself with my jobs that I was able to save up and get money. That Roy Williams jersey that I showed you, that was a Christmas gift to me that I begged and begged for because I wanted it so bad. I had a Miles Austin jersey that I got rid of once he went to the Eagles. I had a DeMarco Murray jersey that I wore one time. I spent $100 on that jersey and I got rid of it because he went to the fucking Eagles. So I'm left with a Roy Williams jersey. I'm left with a Dez Bryant jersey that I'm wearing today. And I'm left with my crisp, clean, new Ezekiel Elliott jersey. And the reason why it's so new is because he's a rookie. Just like myself. And you know what? You want to make fun of my hat and why it looks crisp and clean and new and whatnot? It's because I like to take my lint roller 2 or 3 times a week. And I will roll my hat as so. Taking off all the lint, making it look nice. Because this is a $30, $35 hat. And I'm not about to make my hats look shitty after spending $35. No, I'm going to take care of my shit. And I get it. You don't want to say my name on your channel. You want to call me Rick. Cool, go for it. That is my name. I'm not deserving of being on your channel. That's awesome, great. I am a rookie and you're the veteran. You're the wily veteran that can talk shit that makes people cry. Cool. And I did my wrestling gimmick yesterday making fun of your buddy Chop Pizzle, whatever the fuck his name is, because he likes to scream and yell all the time and I don't get it. I get a headache watching his videos. But I still watch them because they make me laugh because of how dumb he looks. Now, let's talk all trash talk aside. If you want to talk about football, like you want to talk about, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how JPP is probably going to be out this week. Let's talk about how if we beat y'all, all I'm going to hear all week from y'all Giants fans or from your crow when we do beat you is that the reason why we beat you is because JPP did not play, because the defense could not get pressure on that on Prescott. That's all I'm going to hear. I guarantee you that's what I'm going to hear because I know that's what type of fans you are. That's what you're going to talk about is how JPP did not play and our defense went to shit. The reason why your corners are so good is because JPP can get pressure on the quarterback and allow and disrupt passes. Disrupt passes which allow these corners open field, fucking field day against these receivers. And let's be honest, you haven't faced top receivers. I mean, yes, you have your AJ Greens. You had your Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon. I don't even want to say anybody about the Eagles because they don't have shit. Let's be real here, they don't. But and then you have your Antonio Brown who did his work on you last week. So you want to talk about football? Let's talk about football. Your defense is done. Your defense is done. You don't have your number 1 pass rusher on your team this week. I don't believe he's going to play. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's going to play. Now, with your defense being done, let's talk about your offense and how Eli Manning throws, 2-3 picks a game? Now, I know I'm spitballing and I know I'm over-exaggerating, but that's what it seems like. To get in Odell Beckham's head, all you got to do is talk shit, talk trash, bump him up against the line, make him cry, and he's out. He's dropping passes. Victor Cruz, he's an old man. He's done. Sterling Shepard is your rookie. Your rookie, you're young bull. Right, Bones? You're young bull. But you have these weapons and your quarterback doesn't target them. I don't get it. Sterling Shepard 2 games ago only got targeted, twice? Maybe 3 times at most? And he's probably going to... If you groom him correctly, he can be Odell Beckham type status. We've seen it. I mean, fuck all this noise of wanting to spread the ball around. You got to get the ball to your fucking receivers to begin with. And let's not talk about your run game. Your best runner averages 45 to 50 yards a game. You want to talk about football? Let's talk about football. I just shredded your offense with your non-existing run. At least we got a running game that sets up the pass. At least we got an O-line that protects our running back. Yes, we got an O-line that protects our quarterback. Because isn't that what you want? You want an O-line? Because all y'all talk about is how the only reason why we're winning is because of our O-line. Great. I didn't know this was a one-man team. Or this was a one-man sport. I thought this was a team. And in the team, you need good players. You need that foundation. Just like a house needs its foundation to stand up, a team needs its foundation, and that O-line is their foundation. Let's get one thing straight here. Let's be real. Their O-line is their foundation. Okay? Now, Bad Dog, I want to hear what you have to say about that. Because we are winning. You know what? I'm agreeing with you. The only reason why we're winning is because we have an offensive line. If you look at a lot of teams with great, decent, good to great offensive line win. They win. They do. With a little bit of a good quarterback, with a good running game, with good weapons, they win. They win. That's the formula for winning. Rayvon, I want to do a little quick stint on you real quick. Your last video, you said that you gave the formula for beating us. Motherfucker, you beat us by a point. There was no formula. There's no formula for beating us. There was 1 point. You won. You won by 1 point. The only reason why you won is because 2 touchdowns were dropped by Dez Bryant and Cole Beasley. If those 2 touchdowns aren't dropped, we're winning by 13 points. So get out of here with that noise. You gave the formula for beating us. Shut the fuck up. Now, Bones. This whole segment was supposed to be about you, but Bad Dog made his video, so I had to come back with mine. Bones, you say I'm threatened, you say I'm scared, or I sound threatened, and I already sound scared. That's farthest from the case. I don't sound scared, and I don't sound threatened. All I simply said was I don't believe you're going to make the playoffs, and I gave my reasons why. Bengals, Browns, Bears. You beat the Bengals by a point. You beat the Bears by 4. You beat the Browns by 2 touchdowns. Now, I know 2 touchdowns isn't that close, but it's the fucking Browns, bro. The fucking Browns. Bad Dog said it best himself. You don't want to be in a dogfight with the Giants because the Giants are going to win. Bro, I don't want to be in your dogfights. Your dogfights are the Bengals, Browns, and Bears. You beat the Bengals by a point. Okay? The reason why you won against the Bears was because their tight end got hurt, broken ankle. He was eating your asses up alive in the first half. And then he went down and their offense went to shit. The Browns, they've been playing better of late. But if you play like that, if your offense plays that shitty against our defense, if your defense plays that shitty against our offense, if you allow 21 points to the Bengals, if you allow 16 points to the Bears, if you allow 13 points to the Browns, how many points do you think you're gonna allow to us? You allowed what, 27? Something like that, 20 points? Or 14, no, my bad, sorry, way off. 14, no, I'm not. You allowed 27 points to the Steelers. Allowed 27 points to the Steelers. I mean, your dogfights, I don't want to be in your dogfights. If I'm in your dogfights, I'm having my team's looking pretty iffy to me. Granted, you won, cool, great, but you're looking pretty iffy to me if you want to be in those type of dogfights, Bad Dog. So, Bones, make the playoffs. Make the playoffs. I don't believe you will. If you do make the playoffs, you're probably going to lose to either the Vikings if they end up being the 3rd or 4th seed, or if you end up being the 5th and you play the 4th seed, it's probably going to be the Vikings, or it'll probably be the Lions. Because let's face it, the Falcons and the Bucks are fighting for the 4th seed. They are. I mean, for the 3rd seed, my bad. They're fighting for the 3rd seed. And if you stay in the 5th seed, that means you're playing the 4th seed, which is probably going to be the Bears, the Vikings, or the Lions. And we already know you can't beat the Vikings. It's just, you can't. And honestly, if you do play the Vikings in the playoffs at the 4th seed, I do want you to beat them because they had me a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. They had me fucking nervous as shit with that because, you know, that is a real defense. It ain't the defense of the Ravens who we ran for 97 yards. It ain't the defense of the Packers who only gave up 48 yards per carry when we played them, and Zeke ran for 153. No. Nah. This is the real defense. I'm going to be the first to admit it. But again, I'm not scared. I'm not threatened. I'm nothing. I'm content. I'm happy with my 11-1 season. Just keep talking. Just keep talking, running your mouth. And I know we have all week of this, and I love it. I love it. I love that we can go back and forth. Bones, Bad Dog, honestly, I feel like I can sit down with both of y'all, have a beer, watch football, and talk shit. I love it. I love guys that I can do that with. I don't like guys that cry and take shit to heart and run off and tuck their fucking their head between their legs. I don't like it. Not my style. I'll go right back and talk shit with you. But Cowboy Nation, I'm done. Can't wait for their responses on what they got to say about this. But I'm out. Deuce!